In 1840, out of the freezing, blinding fog, a grand wooden titan emerged with absolute majesty on the horizon of New York Harbor. This was the Sultana, carrying on her deck the very first Arab diplomat and ambassador in history to the United States of America in 1840, permanently recording Oman as the nation of the first Arab ship to conquer the isolation of the oceans and touch American shores. Her journey wasn't just a voyage, it was a brutal 87-day war against the elements, covering between 12,000 to 13,000 treacherous nautical miles of pure terror. Launching from the port of Zanzibar, back when the mighty Omani Empire stretched its sovereign power strictly from the coasts of East Africa all the way to the Arabian Gulf, this naval legend faced the unthinkable. This maritime icon was a massive 312-ton corvette built in 1833 at the famous Mazagon dock in Bombay. Armed with 14 cannons and 3 massive masts carrying square sails, she was structurally enhanced with pure Omani modifications in Bombay and Muttra, turning into a floating fortress led by the fearless diplomat and ambassador Ahmad bin Na'aman al-Kabi. To conquer these legendary distances, the Omani crew threw themselves into the jaws of the world's most dangerous waters. They battled the unpredictable, violent currents of the Indian Ocean, ripped through the terrifying storms of the Mozambique Channel, and defied death with open eyes as they rounded the infamous Cape of Good Hope, the legendary graveyard of ships. From there, they plunged into the freezing hell beyond the horizon of the Atlantic Ocean, standing tall against mountainous waves that threatened to swallow them whole, surviving only through the grace of God and the master navigation of the brave Omani sailors. When she finally arrived, the city of New York stood completely frozen in shock and admiration. American newspapers went into an absolute frenzy, sketching and writing about this Eastern miracle. Thousands of amazed Americans packed the docks and climbed atop roofs just to catch a glimpse of these legendary sailors. The famous American artist Edward Mooney was so captivated by the ambassador's dignity that he painted his immortal oil portrait in his traditional Omani attire, turban, and khanjar. The fascination was so immense that New York officially declared a public holiday to celebrate this historic miracle. Deep inside her dark, battle-tested hull, the Sultana carried breathtaking royal treasures from Sultan Saeed bin Sultan to President Martin Van Buren, majestic purebred Arabian horses, luxurious silk carpets, gold-plated swords, rare priceless pearls, and exotic oriental perfumes that transformed the very scent of the harbor. Stunned by this generosity, the U.S. government allocated a fortune of $15,000 to fully repair the Sultana and sent her back loaded with custom-made American treasures. Among them, a magnificent 31-foot royal cedarwood boat lined with blue silk, and state-of-the-art advanced weapons, revolving pistols and repeating hunting rifles encased in mahogany and silver, proudly engraved in Arabic. From the President of the United States of America to the Sultan of Oman, a historic masterpiece proudly displayed today in the National Museum of Oman. The ship Sultana. The day Oman conquered the wildest oceans, defied the storms, and permanently engraved its name into the heart of New York.